morning.
Hello, I'm James. I am 40 years old, and as well as being a student, I'm a consultant and a producer working primarily in digital media. So I get involved in all sorts of different projects, government projects, education projects, corporate projects. I'm very interested in design, always have been, and I'm making games for my project. So this is a very interesting project to me because it's totally different.
Yes, so James, here is two rucksacks.
Yep.
And this one is made of leather, made in traditional way.
Yep.
And on the left-hand side is a rucksack made in laboratory. The leather was made in laboratory.
Yep.
It was grown out of stem cells. So I wonder which one would you prefer to have? In sense of my research question is, what would be more popular, traditionally made leather or what I propose to have leather grown in laboratory. So if you just
Can I have a good look at them?
Yeah, of course you can.
Okay. The leather one is closest, and the first thing is it's a lovely bag. I like the shape. I like the weight of it.
Thank you.
I use rucksacks a lot because I cycle, so I have a small rucksack for carrying my small laptop, and a bigger rucksack for carrying a bigger laptop, and all sorts of other things, cameras and whatnot. I like the zips, good solid sturdy zips, and I like it inside. I did have a quick look. Yeah, it's good space, it's nicely padded. Can I try it on?
Mainly, I'm interested. Do you like the leather, or
the thing about leather is the smell.
Okay, you don't like the smell.
No, I do.
Oh, you do like it.
I do like the smell of leather.
So
I like everything about that bag. I'm going to try this one. About the same weight. This texture is smoother. I really like it. Everything about it obviously is pretty much matched design-wise.
Yeah, try to do the same
I just want to
model.
Yeah, get a sense of it. It feels virtually the same.
Okay.
It doesn't smell like that, obviously. That's only one, sort of sensory response, but I like it. I'd wear it. The only question I'd have though is, given that I use rucksacks for cycling a lot, do you get a sweaty back?
I didn't try it myself yet.
It is an issue.
Okay.
I use a little Berghaus one, which has like a panel on the back that's absorbent.
Do you mind if I?
One down there.
Yeah, that one.
So this is a good size match.
Okay, yeah.
And do you see what I mean?
Yeah, you use this.
So it's got a sort of mesh, and it's got padding. So.
So you use yourself personally the rucksack made out of synthetic material.
Yeah. Exactly.
So you prefer this?
I prefer that because it's light, and also, this one has a zip to expand, so I can open it up, put more things in.
Okay.
But this is big enough to get a small MacBook in. Okay. And a lightweight one, so that's okay.
So if you would have a choice to buy, the same amount of money, synthetic leather or genetically produced leather.
Are they? It's a difficult question because, to be honest, I bought that without even knowing how much it cost. As in, I just put it on the counter because I picked it up and it suited the functional need I had. Aesthetic, it's not very pleasing. These are beautiful by contrast.
Okay,
so the price wouldn't necessarily be such an issue.
But the idea of real leather, that animal would be killed, or here the genetics. Genetic approach.
I was a vegetarian for a long time, as in from the age of 14 till the birth of my first daughter when I was about 32. So a good 18 years vegetarian.
And you're not now?
I'm not now.
Why?
Well, my daughter's mother and myself both decided that we should give her the choice whether she wants to eat meat or meat products as she gets older. As it turns out, she's vegetarian at the age of 8.
Wow.
Through personal choice. I'm more interested in quality. More interested in quality than price, and that's not because I'm super rich. It's just.
So, were you vegetarian?
Things that I think will last.
Were you vegetarian because you want to be healthy, or?
Yeah, it was an ethical decision and a health decision when I was in my teens. As in during the 1980s, and at the time, beef and BSE and all that was a big deal, and so I was quite keen to avoid meat. But as I've got older, I've earned money and I've been able to make conscious choices about buying quality rather than the cheapest rubbish food, and maintaining a healthy, balanced diet. And so it's the ethical side of it, I suppose. Now I don't eat very much meat, not very often. But do you know what? In informing this decision, I think I would go synthetic.
Still synthetic, not.
I think I would go synthetic over leather.
Real leather, not
genetically
produced leather.
Yeah, because practical considerations. No, I would, because I think that that would get smelly. Leather one would get smelly with riding around cycling. So
you would prefer the leather which doesn't smell but still durable and pleasant to touch?
If it's as strong as leather, as in meat-based leather, real leather, then I think this would be a better bet.
Okay.
Would they cost the same?
Well, would you
Just out of interest?
I don't know, but would you be prepared to pay more? Well, obviously now it is more expensive, but because it's not mass production. But if it would be slightly more expensive, genetically produced, would you be prepared to pay a little bit more to have a leather which is, not actually a leather, not the skin of an animal, but
I think it would come down to how it was marketed.
Okay.
As in, if you presented it as, having, being, sourced from material akin to leather, but possibly has advantages, as in it won't smell and go sweaty and whatever else. If that is the case, those would be advantages to me.
Okay.
But I like it. The more I think about it, the more I like it.
Okay, so I'm Rebecca Clark. I'm the site manager of an ecology park, and I am in the 45 to 50 year range. And looking at these two bags, I can't tell which one is which, actually, and which is fat grown. I have to say that my personal favourite is this one, purely because it's plainer. Yes, and that's why, because I like it plain. This looks a little bit snake skinny, actually.
Okay.
So I like plain, but they're lovely bags.
Thank you.
I don't know. Personal favourite, this one. As to which one is which, I don't know. So. No, I couldn't tell you. As they both look like leather, they both feel like leather.
So one was created out of laboratory leather, another from the skin of killed animals. So
one is laboratory created. So I don't know.
Well, if you knew, for example, this is real leather and this is laboratory leather. So,
is it really?
So what would you prefer?
I would actually, I think, prefer the laboratory one.
Okay, so it doesn't bother you the fact that it's genetically grown and people who experiment with genetics playing gods?
I don't think that experimenting with genetics is playing God. I think it's the use to which you put those experiments is playing God. Yes. If I don't think growing leather in a laboratory is being godlike or trying to be godlike. There are some genetic experiments which I think are probably a little bit on the fringe of overreaching ourselves as a species. Yes, but I don't think that growing leather comes into it really.
So if you would see, in future bags, out of grown leather, you would buy one?
I think the plain fact is that as humans become more numerous, we are going to have more fat-grown leather because we're not going to have the resources for animal leather. We're just not going to have the resources.
So thank you very much, Rebecca.
Hi, I'm Richard, I'm 26, and speaking about these two bags which is here, one is the leather one and another one is the biotechnology, cultured, regenerated tissue made bags. If I'm given a choice of which one I would pick, I would definitely go for this because it's sustainable. Because at the same time, for looks-wise, the leather texture, and I would definitely choose. I mean, in terms of looks, this one because of leather. And in terms of the background of the bags, if I see, this one is like really, done in the lab, and of course, animal killing and all this stuff is like really not so good for the future and for the environment. So I would definitely go for this. But for the design point of view, I would like to have some of the textures. If it could be created in this, obviously this would be my pick. And still this is my pick, but I would like to have some textures of the leather look about it. And yeah, this is my bag.
Thank you.
My name is Joyce. I'm 17 years old, teenager. And I think, actually I changed my mind. First I prefer this one. But because when I think about the design and the texture, actually I thought it should for this design. But I don't know, I changed my mind because that one is more softer, more soft, and I prefer this design.
Do you mind the fact that animal was killed to produce this bag?
Yeah, so I think I have to change my mind again. So, okay, this one.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Gary. I'm MD of a small ad agency. I've been asked which bag I prefer.
Do you mind to say how old are you?
Oh, 40.
Thank you.
A young 40. Traditional leather or genetically manufactured leather. I'd probably go with traditional leather, and the reason that is genetically manufactured to me, I don't know whether it's true or not, smacks of stem cells type research and messing with human embryos, human bits and pieces, and morally I find that's not really for me. Leather's not great either. I'm not an anti-animal rights by any stretch, but if my choices are those, then I have to go with what I kind of know and trust, rather than something that I'm not sure of any provenance or what it entails doing. Does that answer your question?
If you would be reassured that it was out of cells which was derived from root of hairs.
No problem. I'll go for this one.
Okay, thank you.
And I'm a leather designer. I've worked as a leather designer for the last 2 years. And so I would say It's a hard choice because obviously this is leather, this is not leather, but it's better quality in the sense that it's softer and it's. I wouldn't compare them because this is for leather quality. It's not a really good leather quality. And this one is a good non-leather. Is it PU or is it Rexine? No?
I shouldn't tell you right now because basically I'm interested. Which one would you prefer?
I mean, I would prefer this definitely because of the grain and like because of the look, of the softness, the feel, the hand feel, the touch. But that's only because
You don't care about the fact, the one was produced, the animal was killed, another one was produced using
I'm the wrong
biotechnology.
person to say that because I've worked with leather for so long, and I really don't think that it makes. No, I wouldn't care because according to what I know and my knowledge of leather industry and the tanning industry, I understand it's a byproduct of the meat industry, and it's absolutely understandable that some of the methods used in the tanning industry are probably not socially viable. Also, like even the chemicals that they use. But apart from that, morally, I don't think I have any issues with using leather.
Okay. Do you know that some people support animal rights campaign? They suggest animals shouldn't be killed for any reason, even for food consumption, and so they're against leather, even if it is byproduct of meat industry. So you never felt uncomfortable?
No,
Nobody
because
approached you?
we use animal fat in so many, for example, products. In that case, you have to really. It's about going back to the fundamentals and basics and really kind of analyzing everything from where the source is and where it's coming from. And to be honest, I really was against fur, and I was really against the way it's been produced because fur is about really it's very different the way it's produced from leather in terms of the animal being killed and butchered. There's a difference in the way it's done, and I would say no. I really personally have no issues whatsoever with using leather.
What about the leather grown in laboratory?
How can you grow leather in a laboratory?
Just extracting stem cells from root of some few hairs.
Yeah.
So they proliferate in culture, and in 2 weeks you can have. It's the same approach as artificial human skin produced for medical reasons. So the idea is the same. So would you mind to design out anything out of this kind
No,
of?
I wouldn't. It's just a new material. It's a new synthetic material for me. It's like a new synthetic invention.
Why do you think it's synthetic? It will be collagen fibers exactly as in real leather? Because it will be the same cells, it will be exactly the same quality as leather, just no animal would be killed? Would you approve this kind of leather?
Why would we have a need for something like that?
Just
to substitute it with leather.
Yeah, well.
But then we already have like Rexine and we have PU and we have other material which is already doing that.
But PU is synthetic, and all you mentioned it is synthetic, and so the strength and durability is not the same at all, and flexibility. So this is, I'm talking about the material which would possess all the quality of real leather, but no necessity to kill animal.
But animals will still die. What will you do with all the cattle?
Yeah, this is an alternative, and
it is. No, I understand the point of it. I completely do. It's just I don't see. I agree that I completely agree that animals shouldn't be killed for that purpose. But there is always cattle which perishes, and then there's cattle which is raised in farming, and then what you are just using the skin. And
if it wouldn't be enough, would you be happy to design out of that grown leather?
Why not? Like if that's the new future of leather, then yes, I would. But to be honest, I don't see the necessity yet to do something.
Well, maybe it's not product of tomorrow, but after tomorrow.
Yes.
Okay.